What's up, everyone? It's your girl Skin D with...
What's up, it's your boy DJ Inspecta.
We're here. Yes, we're here to make it make sense. Yes. Okay.
We're doing a quick test. You know what I'm saying? Different thing. Is that level? Is that even?
It's a little crooked, but let's see. All right. Perfect.
I think we should go back a little bit.
We should do what? Move it back? Okay. Sorry, y'all. We're just trying to get acquainted here. We decided to merge for the show tonight, so we want to make sure it looks just right. Let me see if I can get, let me send this off to her. All right, so tonight we're going to be making it make sense with a guest of ours. She is a Yoruba High Chief Priestess.
Dope.
Yes, very dope. So I figured it would be nice to just get a spiritual twist on some topics that we want to talk about tonight. Because, we're always talking and trying to make sense of things and venting. This time around, I think it would be really good to get someone's feedback who lives their life day, morning, noon, and night in a very spiritual manner, because the mindset is much different than a regular non-spiritual mindset. So we can't wait for her to join. She should be joining us any minute. Oh, there she is. DJ Rebel. What's up, DJ Rebel? Hi, Ia. We're gonna bring you on right now. Alafia. Do you know what alafia means?
No.
Okay, what do you think it means? Just take a guess.
Alafia. Allah is like God.
Yeah, that's Muslim though.
Yeah.
So alafia means hello in Yoruba.
Oh, well, that was easy.
Yes.
Alafia.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna remember that. Alafia.
Yes.
Alafia.
Yes.
I like it. I actually do wanna. I would like to learn how to speak Yoruba. I would.
Anything is possible if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, I mean, I can get a book or two. And but it'll be pretty dope.
I think that would be great. I think everybody should try to learn to speak Yoruba.
Everybody should try to learn to speak something. Because a lot of times we don't know what they be saying.
I know, right? All right, so we're going to bring her on right now.
Right.
Alafia! Oh, y'all gotta give me a second and let me retie my gele, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Fix up.
One second. I'm gonna get comfortable. I had to find my comfortable position, spot, and everything.
Okay, take your time.
I'm the non-stop worker. I work all the time.
I know.
All right.
Constantly on the go.
I'm telling you. So let me get my tripod.
Okay.
1 second. So everybody just hold on for me 1 minute. I'll be right
Take your time.
What's up, Creativity the Poet? Thank you for tuning in, stopping by.
Watch out, we got angles.
Ay,
We got angles.
I see. That's what's up. All right. You know what you want to talk about tonight?
Well, what we could probably do is let's maybe go over some of the topics that we've talked about before, but get this perspective on those things. You know what I'm saying? Just to bring people up to speed who may be joining us for the first time and stuff like that. So I think that might be pretty good. And then along the way, we'll definitely get some feedback from the viewers that we have out there, and let's see what they would like to make sense.
All right. That sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Well, with who we have in the building tonight, what up, Cuzzo? How are you? yeah, feel free to drop your questions, your comments, and everything like that.
I wonder
What's
if
been?
I wonder if Preacher Teacher's gonna pass by.
Oh yeah, you know he's gonna be in. Yeah, you already know he's gonna.
He always comes through with some real deep.
Oh yeah, he's
feedback.
definitely gonna be in the house. What's been happening since we last spoke? Anything in the news? What I want somebody to make sense. There's been a tragedy. This past Saturday, I do believe. A wonderful lady, wonderful person. I actually did know this person personally, but she was actually killed. She passed. Um, she apparently was drunk sometimes, stopped to say hello to her neighbor, and some dudes came to do a drive-by, and she got shot, passed. 3 kids. She was a doula.
Wait a minute.
Amber.
Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute. There's my dance instructor was really good friends with her. My dance instructor's been like mourning her.
I got my tripod.
Yeah, she she legit, like, it's somebody that I actually was able to meet personally. I knew her personally. Even for me, like, she was somebody who always supported, you know what I'm saying? Parties, events, things like that. When I've seen her out, you know what I'm saying? Always positive, always nice. Just a real. It's really sad.
That's so sad.
That happened. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, this is the second time that I'm hearing about this.
Yeah, no, she would, trust me. She was popular. I mean, she was popular. Like, she knew a lot of people because of how great and wonderful she was. Like, she was just the nicest person. Like, she was nice. She was positive. You know what I'm saying? And her whole thing was just love, and she was a dude. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's really sad. So definitely condolences, and somebody could make that make sense. That would definitely be something.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a good question to ask. Yeah, so we're gonna let you introduce yourself. Thank you so much for coming on to Make It Make Sense.
I made it! I made it! I'm so excited.
Yes, me too. Thank you so much, Iya, for being here. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Explain to everyone who you are, what you got going on, what you represent.
Okay, wow, that's always hard for me. But no, my name is Ifawuyi Esuloju Eyiworiwashe, and I am a chief priest. My title is Oloye Awishe Obirin, and what that means is that they say when the Awishe speaks, it always comes to pass.
Okay, that's deep. Can you wish for me to win $1 million?
I not only wish, I pray, and I know that you will have more than $1 million. You will have millions of dollars.
Ashe.
$1 million is too small.
Oh, Ashe.
And you look beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm shy.
No, you look very handsome. You look extremely handsome.
Well, see, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Yeah. Now you're talking.
So, Inspecta and I, we were just talking about a young lady who he knew personally, and I actually, before he mentioned her, I had heard my dance instructor. Well, I didn't hear her, but I saw her posting about how she lost this beautiful friend of hers recently. The young lady was just at her fitness class dancing, and she was always so positive. She was a doula, and she left from the class to go get her kids or something, and then she never came back. She ended up dying. So Inspecta was telling me about it, and when he was telling me about this young lady, I was like, oh my God, I heard about this same girl from someone else that I know. So what he was saying is that she was a very beautiful person. She had a very beautiful spirit. She was a doula. She was just very well known for how much of a loving person she was, help us make sense from a spiritual standpoint of why sometimes good people just have to go like that.
Okay, now a lot of things that we don't understand. Everything is based solely on spirit. You know, when we first decide that, okay, Olodumare, the creator, said that we can come to earth, we have to leave a realm of our Egbe, which is like our heavenly peers, our heavenly group. And when we leave that group, we make a pact like, oh, oh, don't worry, I'm going to earth. It's going to be good. I'm just going to visit. I'm not going to stay long. In fact, I got my boo up here. I'm going to be with you. Don't worry. I'm not going to get any man when I go there. Or if it's a man, I'm not going to get any woman when I go there. I'm just going to go and visit, and I'm going to come back in this time. But then when you come to earth, you forget all these arrangements, all these agreements that you made, all these pacts. And then you're living life. You're on your earthly journey. And as you're on this earthly journey, you see that, oh, Olodumare said, what do you want? Or we picked, I want to be a millionaire. Just like you said, yeah, pray for me to get $1 million. And I said, you'll get a lot more than that. I want to be a millionaire. But in that prayer too, you forget the aspects that would make you very happy on earth. Because people could be millionaires. If they don't have love, they're miserable. If they don't have good health, they're miserable. And if they have a short life, they can't really enjoy those millions that they prayed for. So a lot of times we get so caught up on our wants in our prayer that we forget the needs and necessities of prayer. So sometimes when we see people go early, they've already made that pact from long before they got here. And we'll say, oh, how could God do that? What kind of God is that? He'd take away all these good people. But those good people already made their time that, listen, I don't want to stay long. I want to just come for this certain amount of time and I want to go because I already have agreements and, negotiations back home. That's why sometimes we will have babies that are born and they live a short time and they die. We call them abikus. They will die before they're 7, before they're 12, because they just want to come and see and go. Some babies you will see crib death, or some babies at birth, they will die, born alive and then die right after because they only wanted to, oh, I just want to go and experience. Okay, we'll give you this long to go there and come back. Those are children of Egbe.
Wow.
Now, can you maybe explain what is Egbe?
Sure.
Children of the
Now, every year I have a festival called Egbe Festival. And a lot of people think it's just a festival where you go and you eat food and you wear the cloth that I picked for the year or the print that I picked for the year. But it's so much more. I'm trying to educate the world on what they don't really see. Now, in the continent, a lot of people know about Egbe, but the diaspora, a lot of people don't know. There are women that have what they call okorun, your heavenly husband. The one that you left there, your boo that you forgot about. And then you want to come down here and have a man and act like he's not going to be tripping. I'm like, wait, buddy, don't you think you're going to get no man on me? He's watching everything you're doing. Every time you have a relationship, all of a sudden, it goes good for a short time and then you don't know what's happening. You're fighting all the time and it's a breakup. And this cycle continues, and you will find out what's wrong with me. Why can't I find a good spouse? Or you are by yourself having dreams of being with somebody, having intercourse. I won't say sex. Intercourse.
Those kind of dreams really can happen. I mean,
not really can. They do happen. And you feel like you just been with the best partner and you enjoy it. And then sometimes you're like, I don't want to do it anymore. I want it with a real person. I don't want to be sleeping every night feeling like this. That's your Okorun, and he will prevent all the happiness on earth for you to come back home. So a lot of women be like, what's wrong with me? And it's happening to men too. It's called Aya Oru. And that when, you know, they're dreaming that they're with this fine woman, whatever your fine woman look like. Some women, men like the booty, some men like the breast, some men like, you know, keep it real. Yes. And you see this woman, you just, oh, you can't wait to go to sleep because you gonna get it on. But in real life, it's not happening for you. Or the woman that you have, you after a while, you just can't stand her. She never did anything to offend you. It's just you be looking at her and she just look ugly, or just her. Everything she says gets on your nerves, and you just want her to go. And then when she's gone, you're like, dang, you know, she was a good lady. I don't even know why we broke up. What happened? It's just, you know. So Egbe is so powerful to know about, and how to break those ties until you actually go back to where you came from. Everybody belongs to a group. So Egbe is like your group. You know how now I dreamt to be in the singer group. I wasn't initiated properly there, but everybody can't get what they want. Okay, so you know they have the group of, you know, all the people who want to be cops, all the police. They have their fraternity. That's their egbe, right? You have the seamstress that make clothes. That's their egbe. You have the dancers. That's your egbe. You have the writers. It's your egbe. You understand? And as you, okay, I always say, imagine this. When I'm sorry, sir. When's your birthday?
February 28th, 1985.
February 28th. Do you know what day you were born on? Like, were you born on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Thursday.
On a Thursday. Do you know what time?
It was 10 minutes after 11 p.m., I think.
Okay, so imagine everybody in the world that was born February 28th at 10 minutes after 11 p.m. on a Thursday all came together and met each other. The same year, same time, same day, same minute.
Now that
All of y'all fell from the same star, the same egg. Imagine meeting all those people all over the world, no matter what language they spoke,
that'd be dope.
and listen to their story and how it would be so similar to yours. Everything you liked would be so similar by so many people, even though you guys are not related, you don't know each other. It's just something that connected you. That's what Egbe looked like. Or have you ever met somebody that you never met before, you had no clue of who they are, you met and it's like you instantly knew each other all your lives?
Well, that's kind of like our friendship. Like, we feel like brother and sister, like we've been knowing each other for a long time.
That's what Egbe looked
I
like.
had actually mentioned that to him before. I was like, I think we're in the same egg bay. And he's like, well, what does that mean? I'm like, well, I can explain it to you to a point, but you're the best person to explain.
Yes. So that's what your egg bay looks like. So when you're meeting people that is, you know how they say, oh, if you shine too bright and it offends people, that's not your tribe. So your egg bay is your tribe. Your egg bay is your people. No matter what skin color, no matter what language, no matter what you look like, it's not that's important. It's the essence, it's the spirit. Because body is just flesh. You're just using it like how I would change my outfit every day. I'm just wearing cloth, right? That's what body looks like. It's just a cloth that we're wearing. You just get to wear it for a long time.
Right.
Wow.
Now,
that's deep.
Now, in being a high priestess such as yourself, we tend to discuss topics and situations that, you know, people tend to go through every day, through relationships, friendships, just scenarios, different types of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, we tend to talk about relationship topics a lot. Now, a recent topic was, what was a good topic that we talked about recently?
I don't remember.
Maybe maybe the one about the spirituality.
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Okay.
Now, for instance, let's say you happen to meet a significant other, a guy, a spouse, or somebody, but you know they're of a different spirituality or a different religion or you know something of that nature. Um, is that something that two people can work out and be in a relationship with, or is it something that?
Or is it just a disaster? Is it heading for
Yeah, do you
disaster?
think that's something?
Well, it's all it. I don't believe that it's headed for disaster. I think it's again the individuals. People, if you have an open mind, and you can compromise and actually stick to what you discuss, I don't see where relationships can't work. That's why Oriental people can marry Black people. That's why German people can marry Australian people. I've traveled the world a bunch of times, and I've met so many different types of people and so many odd relationships. Okay, like for my case, men would say, "Oh, girl, I like you." And I said, "Oh, that's so nice. Maybe we could go out and date." And I said, "Okay." Now, I'm a person, and maybe this offends people. I'm sorry, but I do sacrifice, right? So I sacrifice, and what I sacrifice, I eat. I don't buy anything from grocery store. Like I'm not. You won't see me in the meat section. You understand? You just won't. So if a guy says that, "Oh, I like you," I really admire that because it takes a strong man to like me.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, "Okay, sure, let's go out. I think that's cute. I really like that. So then I would do a sacrifice in front of him. If he gets an emergency phone call and say, "Oh, wow, man, I really wanted to go to the movies with you, but my mother just called me and said she's at the hospital," then I know that he's not the guy for me. You understand? It happens in the majority of cases. In fact, 99.99%. But
That's an interesting test. I like that test. I like that test. I might have to keep that
but
test.
I do that. I do that because I can't compromise my lifestyle because I have so much people to help. One of my names is Eyiworiwashe. It means a head with a great destiny to fulfill. So if I have a big destiny to fulfill, I can't really have a partner that will slow me down because of insecurity or think that, oh, you know how people say, "Oh, she's going to put roots on me," and all that. I don't put roots on people. What I do is I uplift people. I uplift them. I show them the road, the GPS to their destiny, and heal. That's what I do. I'm a healer. I'm a nurturer. I'm a provider. I'm a teacher. And that's all I can do. So sometimes I have to use, how they say, play fool to catch wise.
Mm. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
So I hope I answered your question.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't get no better than that.
Hi, T34. Thank you for tuning in. Well, I don't know. For me, I've been there in a relationship where I'm as spiritual as I want to be, as I wanted to be, as I can be, and that other person just wasn't trying to hear it. Don't want to hear about nothing. Don't want to see about nothing. Don't believe in nothing that I don't even believe in having dreams. Like, I don't think I could ever be with another guy again that when I tell them I'm having certain dreams, they're like, "Oh, I don't believe in no dreams." Like, you got to at least believe in dreaming or have dreams.
I will second that talk. I will add to it too.
Okay.
If a person stifles your growth, because in everybody's life, they're in three areas. They're on three levels. You're either a caterpillar, you're in a cocoon stage, or you're a butterfly. It's as simple as that. The caterpillars are the ones that are walking around, don't quite really know who they are, but they're eating. They eat everything. They're trying to get information. They're getting it from here. They're getting it from there. Any spirituality that, thing is low. I'm going to get my charger. In any spirituality, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Buddha, this, that, the other, or whatever, right? You can be in a cocoon, you can be in a caterpillar stage. Now, then you have the people who are in the cocoon stage of their life, where they've got all the knowledge, they've researched, they've done this, but now it's to really find themselves. So they're in that cocoon, growing, trying to see what outside is going to look like when they evolve into who they are, right? So they're in that cocoon stage, trying to, you know, like if you're making stew, you're mixing all your sauce. Then the people who have passed the caterpillar, past the cocoon, and have broken out of their shell, now they're butterflies. Now each butterfly, as they're growing, their wings get bigger. There's some butterflies with very small wings, because even though they know who they are, they're afraid to show who they are. They don't want to be overly judged. But they know what they stand for. They just can't openly stand up, you know? And that's fine, because it takes growth to do that. And then you have the ones with the big wings that say, oh, excuse me, fuck it, I don't care. PG-13, I don't care. I'm just gonna let it out. If everybody's wearing blue, I'm gonna wear red, because that's what I want to do. And I don't mind being an individual, and I don't care what people say. I'm gonna stand, and I will wear red until somebody in blue gonna look at me and say, wow, I really like red. Maybe I'll try it. And they'll be over there with me. And then before you know it, half of the blues are in red, and then I'm a leader. That's how it is. So there is 3 stages of people. That's how I judge people all the time. Either you're a caterpillar, you're in a cocoon stage, or you're a butterfly. Boom. So if you're dealing with people, somebody says, I feel like I'm the butterfly with small wings. At least you are growing. And that's the most important thing, because growth takes time. But being a butterfly isn't easy. So don't feel bad if your wings are small. Just keep exercising them. They grow.
Definitely. Definitely. Yes, that's MD Wah. Aw, thank you for tuning in, MD Wah. Yes, keep growing, girl. The life isn't over. As long as you can wake up and see a new day, there's every day to just improve.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So for an individual who will stifle your growth and not allow you to go through your steps, not allow you to go through who you are, they you know, they are the hindrance. So there are people who you will have that are your egbe that will propel you and push you in life. And there are some that are your obstacles. So everybody has a little bit of both, because, you know, I always say I praise my enemies, and people would be like, what, Ia? You praise your enemies? That doesn't make any sense. No, my enemies are very important. And without them, I wouldn't have been the best me I can be, because it's my enemies that put fire underneath my ass and make me get up and know that it's burning. Because I would be laying in bed every day, eating bonbons and thinking, oh, life is wonderful. But when hard times hit, I have to get up and make something happen. And without enemies, you don't get that push. They help you push.
That's true.
Enemies are important.
Would you say that there's a thin line between the two, as far as knowing and being able to identify who is for you and who is not for you, and, you know, like, who is trying to push you, but maybe you think that they're trying to pull you down?
Yes, I understand. And it's discernment. So as you're growing, and Ori is important in this talk. Give me 1 second and let me get my charger, and I'll be right back. Small intermission again.
No problem. No problem. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you have any feedback, any comments, please feel free to drop them. We would love to read them out loud and have Ia, you know, give her spiritual feedback on that twist. Loyalty 34 says the battle is above the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about my shoulder? I gotta pull my shirt up?
No, fool.
Oh.
I mean,
MDY says discernment is so important. What is discernment? Can we get into
Discernment.
discernment? I'm kind of lost right now between the battle above the shoulder and what is discernment exactly.
Discernment is your natural ability to figure out wrong from right, or okay, not wrong from right. You ever got a feeling like, okay, if you went to somewhere and you just like, this don't feel right. I feel like something is wrong here, but I don't know what it doesn't look wrong or whatever, but I feel like something is wrong or something's gonna happen. And you stay there anyway. And then boom, something happened. You was like, dang, I didn't listen to myself. That's why I said this topic is a lot about Ori, because your Ori plays an important role in discernment.
Can you explain to everyone what is Ori? Who is Ori?
Ori is your inner head, I do a prayer every morning. At least I try to post every morning a prayer. Sometimes I'm so busy, like I've missed a couple days, forgive me. But I always say, hold your Ori with both hands and say, thank you, Olodumare, for everything. Olodumare is the creator. Your Ori is your first God. You know why? Because if your head don't sell you, nobody doesn't buy you. So no matter how beautiful you are on the outside, if you open your mouth and don't make any sense, you automatically are not that cute anymore. Do you notice? Now, so no matter how unattractive you are on the outside, if you open your mouth and have a good head on your shoulders, everybody's amazed, like Oprah. You know, everybody's amazed at who you are. That's what Ori is. Ori is your inner head. That head that leads the body, the head that drives you, the inner head that you hear that says,
don't do it.
Now you know you shouldn't have done that. That's Ori.
I should have listened to my Ori 1,000 million times in my past.
Yeah, and as you're growing, you're learning. As you're growing, you're learning. And it's important. A lot of people that when they have weak Ori, like, okay, we will say people who naturally suffer from depression, their Ori is weak because they always look at the docile, the sad, the negative part of life. They never see anything that is good. So they'll look at themselves, okay, somebody else might say, oh my God, she's so fine. But they'll look at themselves and say, oh, did you see that fat on the side right here? Oh my God, it's so disgusting. Or did you see, oh, I have this right here, but nobody else sees it. But they only focus on a negative part of everything. They never see a cup that's half full. They only see it as half empty. Those people need their Ori fed a lot. And when I say fed, I mean with everything. You could give your Ori different items. Okay, like representative items. You will give your Ori honey. Why honey? Because honey is sweet. And in the representation of honey is when we use honey, we want our life to be like honey, right? We want it to be sweet.
Yes.
It never spoils. Honey is used for so many things. Do you know that before they used to do suturing, they used to use honey to seal wounds after, so it wouldn't be infected?
No, didn't know that.
Yeah, so honey is a very strong coated thing. I mean, real honey, not this American sugar honey, but real honey. You know, honey has such strong spiritual value. So we always like our life to be like honey. So when things get hard and it's unsweet, we will put honey to the crown of our head and even bath our body all over in honey and then rinse and just pray as you're doing it, to pray off all the negativity and replace it with the sweetness that we have. Honey is natural. Yes, and this person know what they're talking about. It's a natural antibiotic. Yes.
From the comb. Yes. Yes. Oh,
So
I need to try that honey bath.
it works. And not only that, honey attracts sweet things. You know, if you put down a thing of honey, ants gonna come there, flies gonna come there, everything that can fly is gonna be there. So just imagine if you bathe with honey, all kind of men gonna see you, all kind of money's gonna come there. And you know, honey represents the sweetness of our sweet mother Oshun. So honey is just everything, you know?
I'm glad. Oh, you know what? I'm so glad you're here tonight and we're having this conversation, because as soon as we get off the phone, I'm doing me a honey bath.
Ashe.
So honey.
Another representation that we can feed our ori is gin. And why gin or liquor, wine, things like that? Because when you introduce, say everybody's sitting around talking, it could, you know, we could get kind of bored, but introduce some liquor to the party, everybody just start laughing. They don't know why. It's all fun. And if you hold up gin or clear liquor, it looks like water. But when you put it to the nose, you know that's not water. And when you sip it, automatically, no matter how sad you are, you just got happy.
True.
And it never spoils. So all of these things represent how we want our lives to be. We want to be happy. We want to have be like the life of the party when we enter, because that is joy walking with us. And we don't ever want it to spoil. And like wine, it always gets finer as it ages, right? So that's how we want our life to be. We want it to be better and better and better. Baye, welcome. It's good to see you. Sorry.
That's okay. No, that's okay. We had so Loyalty 34, a viewer who is tuned in with us, he was saying earlier in the comments that the battle is above the shoulder, meaning the battle is in the mind.
Correct.
So a lot of the times when people are having battles, it's in our mind. But if we can do things, if we can give offering to our oris, our heads, our inner head, that can help appease, that can help cool that down, right?
Correct. Fresh water. Water is cooling, it's calming. Palm oil. Palm oil reduces a lot of heat or pressure. You know, there's so many things that we could give the head and use on the body that will help to reduce a lot of stress. But remember, it's always the outlook too, how we perceive things.
Yes.
Perception is everything. Because like I said, there's so many people that look at a glass and never see it as half full, but half empty. So perception is key to everything.
I agree with that.
Yes, by a shea butter. Ori is very important too.
Yeah, shea butter. Shea butter is very cooling when you. What about for people that have like headaches? Because I always personally feel like when I hear people talking about headaches, even if I don't normally get headaches, but when I do, I feel like something's not right with my energy.
Well, you know, I won't say because for each person it could be a different. Okay. I would always say contact your priest, get divination, see where you're at spiritually, and then take it from there. Okay. Because for each individual, their episode might be a different story. So I wouldn't, if I speak on something, it would be maybe on one or two references, but it could be so much more than that. But if they seek out a good priest, get good divination, you can find out what's going on and what is the source of your problem, no matter who you are or where you're at.
Ashe, ashe. So, let's talk about what's going on in the world right now. Do you think this pandemic will ever be over? Like,
well, you know,
what is this? Like, I'm tired of wearing these masks. I can't even breathe when I go outside, and then I can't even look cute no more when I go outside either.
Oh, guys, I designed a mask. Y'all want to see my mask? I designed a mask. I designed a jade mask.
Oh, let's see.
You know?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it.
Okay. I'm tired of. I know we talk about this topic a lot, about this whole coronavirus pandemic. I'm just over it. Like, I'm so over it. Y'all don't even know how much I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over to this over.
Yeah, I've had enough too.
I'm just so tired of wearing this mask outside. Like, I know it's for, precaution, but still. Ooh, look at that cowrie shell mask.
Okay.
Ooh, that is gorgeous.
All right.
You designed that?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that is beautiful. Do you get a lot? So what do people say to you when they see you out in the streets with that on?
They say, "Oh my God, I love your mask. You're so beautiful. Oh my God, where did you get it?" I said, "Well, you can purchase it from Spiritual Essences."
That's it.
So, yeah, and it's very cute. It's adorable, flexible, breathable. It's not, you can talk, you're not stifled, and it's Ajay, so it represents wealth.
Where
And
can
I always put like a nice calming essential oil here. Like I wear it, so I'll put rosemary because rosemary increases memory, and I'll put lavender because it's very calming. So with the hustle and bustle of the world, I'll be calm and I'll remember everything going on.
Yeah. Where can people purchase that? Spiritual Essences?
Spiritual Essences. Well, I have a Spiritual Essences on Instagram, Spiritual Essences Inc. I'm really not really like how you call it, technologically savvy. So all my godchildren do that for me. Bye, my love. All my godchildren do that for me. So yeah, but I don't know, Michelle, you will put the link down low after you talk to me, whatever.
Definitely. Yes, I gotta get that. Shoot. Yeah. So let's talk about this whole pandemic that is affecting all of us in some kind of way, shape, or form. How do you let's make it make sense in a spiritual sense. Like spiritually, how are we ever gonna get out of this, or is this what it is for the rest of our lives, or what's going on?
Well, let me tell you something. Everything is spiritual warfare, everything in the world. But what this really is because this is going into a shift of power, a shift of position, and it's a lot of politics behind it, and a lot of politics and a lot of manipulation. Like politics is the perfect word because really, if people really want to counteract what's going on, they have to be reintroduced back to nature. The problem is that most of the world is disconnected with their mother. And when one cannot look at their environment and find things that naturally heals you and depend on only pharmaceutical or only the grocery store or only here or only there to be able to help yourself, you're in a problem.
Oh, yes.
Right.
And that's what this whole situation is about. It's about control. Now, believe me when I tell you, and most people will say, "Oh, Ia, don't say that because we want you to live long. We don't want them to kill you." There is nothing that they could introduce to my body that I cannot take care of. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What would you do if they come out with this mandatory vaccine and say either you take it or you go to prison?
Prison doesn't look too bad.
Okay.
Because I'm a fighter. So I'm not that easy to catch either. I can turn into a butterfly. Catch me if you can.
Yes.
But I believe that in everything that is done, there's always a rebellion that will show up. So sometimes we have to become a part of the rebellion to stand for something. Like I said earlier, there are individuals that will stand for something, no matter if the world is going that way, they will stand individually in their own way. If the world is wearing blue, an individual will stand and wear red until everybody starts to see the beauty of that color. I speak more metaphorically a lot. So sometimes a lot of people can't really understand me. But for the ones that can, when I speak, I try to make it where it's, it's
Where people can get it.
right. It's understandable.
Yes. Yes. Oh man, I'm just so sick and tired of wearing these masks. Like, I'm just so tired. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm so over it.
Baye said, this is what Ogbelara said this year. It's true. Us as priests, Yanifas, Babalawo, and Iyalorisha, Babalorisha, and just practitioners, we do divination every new year, which is our yam season in June. And it will tell about what's going on in the world. And for all the people that's connected with me, I sent out the reading of the year and had them participate in the cleansing that was very necessary for all of us. And in the reading of the year, it talked about the pandemic. It talked about being in social distancing. It talked about so many things before
it even
was
started
really
happening.
Yeah.
Wow. That's why I love African Yoruba spirituality. It can be your eyes that sees 20 million years ahead that you can't even see that far.
Sure.
I just.
Oh well, I mean, since you did that, I don't think we got time before it's gonna.
Yeah. So yeah, we haven't hit our time yet. Mm-hmm.
No, but it's coming up, right? Time.
It might be. Yeah.
Can you go back and give our new viewers and let everybody know exactly what it is we're talking about here? You had mentioned Yoruba African spirituality.
Oh yes.
We never gave them. We never told them where what we're talking about came from or any of that. So
I got you. Yes. So everyone who's just now tuning in, we're having some conversations. We're making it make sense on some various topics from a spiritual standpoint with our guest here, Ifawuyi. Can you pronounce the rest?
I know my name is always a tongue twister for everybody, so most people would just call me Iya, which is great. Which is great, and I am a chief priestess, and in the Yoruba culture, and I just do healing, spirituality in all forms. And right now we're talking to make it make sense.
Can you just give them a brief overview of what Yoruba is?
Sure. Now, Yoruba is a Nigerian culture. In fact, Yoruba is a tribe, and it's also a language, and it's found in Western Nigeria or Western Africa, Nigeria, and we practice what is called Ifa, and Ifa is the practice of destiny. So under the umbrella of Ifa, we will recognize all aspects of nature as our drive, or as what we follow, what we practice, because we believe that every aspect of nature is the full creation of Olodumare. Olodumare is our creator. So when we look at the fresh water, we don't see it as just, oh, that's water. We consider it as an energy that is a life force for our existence. When we look at even ground, earth, we consider it as a life force for our existence. Even the trees, trees have so much power that some trees have been deified because of their wisdom and their presence on earth.
Oh, he said ganja. Is that true?
you know, hey, you know, Jamaica has, and the Rastafarians have made ganja a deity. And believe me, it's smoked all around the world and it has great medicinal values. And actually, marijuana has it's a great plant. Cannabis is a great plant because you can make clothes with it. It's good for the environment. It's good, you know, it replenishes the air.
Did you know that?
I'm learning now.
You just not
Yeah.
I'm not into the whole smoking thing. I'm not.
You don't have to. You don't. But believe me, you don't have to smoke marijuana for it to be a healing herb for you. You understand?
Okay.
When I have clients, my young children who had seizures, and I would administer marijuana for that purpose, and it really does eradicate seizures from the body and hypertension. When children, they say they have ADHD, you can give them cannabis, not to smoke, but in a medicinal form, like the CBD or, you know, like that, to take under the tongue, and it really does reduce hypertension and all of that. So it's all in the use of the plant, but remember, anything in excess is not good. So what is required is balance. So everything requires a balance when we're doing anything.
Facts.
Gotcha.
That's right.
Wow.
So,
well, so how can everyone follow you and keep up with you? If anyone is ever interested in consulting Iya, getting your own personal divination, you know, trying to problem solve anything that you have going on, you want a solution to your problem, even if it's a good problem. A problem doesn't always have to be a bad thing. A problem could be, well, I got this deal on the table and I need, you know, I want to see what I can do to help.
You want to advice on it to maneuver through it well.
Yes, you can always feel free to contact Iya. She's an amazing, wonderful priestess. She's very passionate. This is what she lives her life like this, morning, noon, and night. Eats, sleeps, and poops. Traditional is beautiful. It really is very beautiful. It's very beautiful. How can people contact you or keep up to date with you with, you know?
Well, you know, for the ones who know me personally, you can message me, call me on my phone. I don't know how to give out my phone number here because I do have like crazy people, you know. But you can follow me on Ifawuyi Esuloju Eyiworiwashe on I think my thing on Instagram is Ifawuyi Esuloju.
Yes.
Yeah, you can email me on.
Wait, hold on.
You know you're gonna have to spell that or something, right?
Okay, so maybe I'll write it here. That way. On IG.
Put a comment. Put a comment.
IG. Well, I should be able to find myself too, right?
I think so.
Let's see.
You know, I'm new at this, technology. Here I am. Boom.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
There we go. That's me. Hi, and you can also find me on, this is my business page, which I just opened because I just figured out I could do that. There I am, Spiritual Essences, Inc. There it is. And you can also visit my website, Spiritual Essences. Like I said, I'm new to all this stuff, so I'm trying.
You sell all kinds of products and stuff like
yes, I sell all kind of products. Now I make different types. So say there are some people that, like I tell you, they have different situations with love. I make soaps or medicines that will help to attract the right mate to you, because a lot of people tend to have the wrong mate. And I do, my own spirits come in groups to counsel me so that I can become wiser. Mm-hmm. And there was a counseling that happened about odor. Now, as crazy as this sounds, I haven't shared this with anybody. This is the first time it's about odor, that many people have natural odor, right? But because we're taught to cover our odor, like you got to use deodorant, you got to this and that. No, a lot of people don't know what their real odor is like, right? So say you meet a person and you can withstand their natural odor, then that you are attracted to that person, right? But say you meet so many people because their odors are covered, you don't know who has a odor that you could be like, okay, I could work with this. It's like pheromones, you know?
Well, as long as the genital areas don't have no odor, we good.
No, it's not like that. That's not what I'm meaning.
No,
You know, you
sorry.
went somewhere else. But there are odors that repel us and attract us.
Oh.
like when like you want the dude's shirt after he had on the shirt, and you want to put it on and lay in the bed and like, cause you like, it smells like him. That's what she's talking
Right.
about.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. Like how sometimes your man will go to the gym and he'll be all sweaty and he'll be like, oh baby, I'm fucking. You'll be like, I love the smell. You understand? Oh, I want that because I love the way you smell. But some people have natural odor that repels you. But because so many people now, they drown themselves in cologne and perfume, and you don't know what their odor smell like. So you're just going with the artificial odor.
Oh.
So a lot of people pick the wrong mate from an artificial odor.
Wow. Okay, so this is good. This is very good information.
Wow.
Yeah.
Put that in
So
my
even when they were counseling me on it, I was like, wow, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Now I gotta rethink this whole cologne situation. Oh man. Oh man.
I never knew that. Okay.
But if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense and it's real logical because we as animals and stuff like that, when you talk about mating and stuff.
Correct. You know how animals sniff each other and be like, I want this one. I want that one. It's all in odor. And odor doesn't mean funky. It just means your smell.
Sorry, I had went way off on a tangent. Sorry.
I get it. Sorry. Trust me, I get it. I'm not gonna lie. I get it.
Well, we full joyed you being here with us tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for blessing the show with your presence.
Shay, thank you so much for allowing me to present my energy here.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's much needed. There's a lot of people out there that they need help, but then they don't know how to ask for the help. So just like, they waiting to see if that help is ever going to come. So I'm just trying to help out whoever I can help.
That sounds great. Each one teach one. And every they say one egg full baskets.
That's right.
So even if it's one person that you change their life today or any day that you've lectured or talked or just presented yourself, it's important because that one life, you don't know what that life came to do or what change, big or small, that they came to make.
Absolutely. All right, yeah, we were going to say good night. We have a minute and 30-something seconds left.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Good night, and thank you again. Odaro.
Odaro.
Good night.
All right.
Yeah, we say that in Jamaica too.
Okay.
Even better. See, you know what I mean.
All right. Good night. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh man, she was awesome.
Yes, that was so beautiful.
I know. I'm gonna put the number in my phone.
Okay.
And put it on speed, the little speed dial.
Definitely.
Thing,
Definitely. No, she's a great person to know, to seek counseling from, spiritual help. We got 50-something seconds left. Go ahead and hit them with a song for the week.
Oh man, I knew what song I wanted to.
You said this last week.
What? Nah, I tell what song. I knew what song I wanted for song of the week. What was it?
Time's are ticking.
Let's do.
Thank you, Famsage. Thank you so much for being here.
What are we doing for song of the week? What was the song of the week?
We got 30-something seconds left.
what was the song? What was the song?
I don't know. What song is popping right now?
No, I know, because that's what it was. It was, all right. We could do Go Crazy.
Go Crazy?
Yeah.
By who? Chris Brown?
Yeah.
That song's played out, man.
No,
That song's old.
It ain't played out to me. I don't care. I still love it. I still love it.
Man,
Listen, Breezy is my boy. I don't care what nobody say. Breezy will never get old. It don't matter. Breezy can never die.